I suppose.
If we must.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Minions of the Zoo. I am your host, Johnny Hellcat, and with me today are Minions Camel.
Hey, Johnny, do you know they have new timeout links? Apparently, that's the first thing that pops up when I opened up YouTube.
Timeout links?
Yeah, for moderators, they can time somebody out for a different range of
Oh,
times and links from 10 seconds to 24 hours.
Oh, yeah,
oh,
I
You
remember
chat people better mind your P's and Q's. I got the power.
that.
I got the power.
I'm just fucking around. How's it going?
Oh, not too bad. And how you doing, Delahaze?
Not so bad. I didn't even notice it. I had the page up, but on a different tab. And then, yeah, I too have said power described by the one and only Hate Camel. So you better watch your backs because I like to abuse power.
All right, and
Looking at
I
you, Costin.
am turning off the live reactions, so that should get rid of that. There we go.
Yeah, so how's your Thursday going, Johnny?
Not bad. I was
I see we're still on your channel.
Yeah, this is the final day of the suspension. So we should be
Funny
back
how
on
it just
these.
happens to fall on your night.
Twice
It's Hammer's fault.
in a week.
Both times.
Conveniently planned is all I'm saying.
Allegedly. But no, it was my Friday at work. I took an extra day off tomorrow. So
Oh, you lucky bastard. Today was my Monday.
neat.
That's rolling schedule, so I mean, I have a Monday through Thursday, then 2 days off.
But no, I was doing training stuff today, and when the way that our company does their scheduling is kind of weird, where if there's time off in a day, you can put in for it. And yesterday there was 27, I think, hours. And I'm like, okay. So, being that I am doing training for the most of the day, and then the last half hour of the shift, I'll be taking phone calls. I'm like, I'll just put in for that last half an hour, and then I can just leave early, which is fine. So I leave yesterday, and it's at 27 hours, and I'm like, perfect, that's enough. And then I show up today, and it's negative 32. And I'm
Oof.
like, you bastards. Because it doesn't take into consideration, like, if someone calls off, that takes off the 8 hours of the thing. Or if someone leaves early because of, like, an emergency or whatever. It's essentially time that's allowed to kind of give that cushion to where they're like, it's some calculation that they have. But
Right.
yeah, I'm like, son of a bitch, I have to stay here an extra half an hour. But I also didn't get a call in that half an hour, so good for me.
Right on.
None of that made any sense to me whatsoever, but okay.
No, but he sounded happy, so I'm here for him.
Yeah, he sounded like it was a good thing, so.
Just smile and wave. It's fine.
Exactly.
Yeah, my day went fairly well. Like I said, just making food for old folks, so I'm actually digging the gig. It's not that stressful at all. You know?
Well, it definitely sounds like an improvement of the last job.
Oh yeah, man. Like go in, get stuff prepped, get everything. Dinners at like 4:30 in the afternoon. You know, clean up after that, go home at 8, rinse, lather, repeat.
I mean, other than needing your maintenance guy to fix a sprayer nozzle, that's not bad.
Yeah. Yeah, and the residents, they don't really change all that much, so it's the same group of old folks day in and day out. Like, hey, how's it going? Getting on like a first name basis with most of them at this point. So, I've had worse jobs. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how's life on the canine front there, Della?
Oh, it's got its ups and downs. They might be. They're looking to change my position again. This time, if things go a certain way, it'll be
More
I'll be
lucrative
more
position?
interactive. No, more interactive with the dogs than I currently am, and on
So they got you on a
less
short
time
leash, huh?
and less time consuming basis. It'll be less of a time crunch when I interact with the dogs. It's more relaxing and correcting, but I'm basically babysitting is what the job would be.
So kind of like a dog daycare type thing.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I was just trying to say it without actually saying it, so
You
that
get done with that? Because sign me up, dude.
not necessarily, but I get to spend the entire day with my dog as well as a bunch of other dogs, so that's always a nice bonus.
Hey, yeah, there you go.
I do know
And
that my
then-
wife would kill for your job.
And then I also wouldn't have to wake up as early to go to work too, and I could also get a ride to work from the bus that picks up the dogs as well, so it'd be pretty fucking convenient.
I kind of want to get a live reaction of this.
What?
My wife
I'm doing
responding to
stuff.
what your job does.
Hey,
Oh.
honey, come here.
Hey, baby! Come here. Not you.
Not you. One of the animals, I'm assuming.
No, my stepson actually, he's playing Call of Duty,
And he answers to baby?
he was yelling. He's like, "No!" I'm like, "Not you." Not talking.
He's playing Call of Duty and he answers to baby. I have questions about your stepson, Johnny.
Well, no, he's in the
I have questions about your parenting, Johnny.
Well, no, I'm solidly putting that one on the wife's shoulders. That's the stepson. He just got married not
Okay,
that long
fair
ago.
Fair point.
She probably can't even hear me. I'm gonna see if
Johnny, I just sent you a picture in Discord. When she gets there, show her that too.
Chat, one of these days, Johnny's wife's actually going to tune in and listen, and I'm going to be in so much trouble. You guys have no idea.
I think we all are.
Nice. Oh yeah, she's gonna lose her shit.
But no, aside from
and,
work, what have you guys been up to? While we're waiting on Mrs. Hellcat's live reaction.
Well, my whole life still revolves around work, and what little personal life I have is not in a, let's just say, conversation friendly kind of thing at the moment.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if she's awake.
Good.
All right, you see anything interesting on, the internet that you want to talk about? I don't know, man.
Define interesting, because I woke
Something that
up to
won't get
something.
Johnny's channel a strike. Well,
Well,
let's
I
start
was gonna
there
make
and
fun
work
of the
our way.
Bidens.
You know,
I was gonna make fun of the Bidens. Will that get us a strike?
I don't fucking know anymore, dude. I'm
Okay, well,
assuming
did you
I'm
see?
assuming Rotten's at the gym. What are we working on today, Rotten?
So
Oh, here we go.
I was talking to
She
Della
was
about
dozing off
our
and told you
jobs,
like,
and he told me to send you this, show you this picture.
Okay. Aw, I want that job.
That's...
Is he in prison?
Well, we
No,
are
he's not in
branching out to the
prison.
U.S.
is he in prison?
Wow.
No.
What kind of friends does she
doggy
think you
daycare.
have?
I want a doggy daycare.
Well, like,
We are
how would he
branching
be
to the
live streaming
US.
from prison?
Yeah, he can't. Well, I mean, it's Canada.
I
but
mean, yeah, it's true that it's Canada. I don't know
It's
how.
not prison though.
Hey, we have the
Canada is
pause
prison.
program, so
Okay, you got a good point there.
yeah.
Okay.
Go back to bed now.
Yeah, you can go back to bed.
I'm paying bills.
And you can be depressed in his job.
Yeah, I want to go to doggy daycare. I want to be a doggy daycare person.
It's a lot of fun.
He said it's a lot of fun.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm jealous.
I mean, it has its downsides, but the upsides are pretty great.
Yeah, she is animal infatuated, so.
Well, my boss is currently trying to branch out to the U.S. right now. He's got a building being built down, I think, in Texas.
Well, that's far too far down.
I'm just saying, it might not be too long before it spreads your way. You never know.
That is true.
He's hinted at the possibility that I might be.
Do you know
he
just
might
how
be
big
willing
Texas
to.
is, Della? It could take a while.
Yeah, well, this business has only been up for a few years.
I mean, yeah, but you can drive 11 hours and still be in Texas.
I'm just saying. He's going from he's already made quite the leap from Canada to your side of the country. You know what I'm saying? Or your side of the planet, whatever you want to
We're
call
in
it.
the same hemisphere. What the fuck?
Dude, I'm not here to think. I'm here to talk. No one had expected me to make sense. What are you watching?
What is this logic you're speaking of?
There's
Right?
literally only 3 countries in North America, and we're 2 of them.
Mexico doesn't count.
I mean, it is a failed state. I'll give you that, but
It's the
technically
Pluto
still
of
a
Earth.
country.
It's the Pluto of Earth.
Well, I mean, of North America, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
So you're resting today, there, Rotten Corpse, huh?
Tomorrow is leg day.
Tomorrow is leg day.
I have been working on. I've been slacking on cleaning the house up. I did go back over there yesterday and work on some more stuff. Might be relocating and rehabitating at the house within like the next month or so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, can't hope to use castle doctrine if I'm not in my castle, right?
That is true. It's in the name.
Yeah, yeah. So, also, okay. And the hat. Oh, the hat.
Yeah, I saw that at the dollar store today. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm doing it.
Shit, yeah, dude.
But no, yeah, I do have to. Like I said, I found a new-ish thrift store in town that they've got some stuff I might want to see about picking up, and might see about making some donation. You know, old stuff that I'm not going to use or whatnot. So I was perusing their DVD section the other day. They had basketball and Snatch. I was like, man, I wish I had some money right now. Like I wish I had $2. God damn it! Like when you're too Thrift shopping.
Right?
So,
When you're too broke for the dollar store, you know it's bad.
Yeah.
dollar store, man, like fancy. No, this was a local thrift store. This was like sole proprietorship, owner operated.
We just had a Family Dollar open up.
Ooh, somebody's shitting in tall cotton.
Oh, I will tell you what. My first venture into there, it looks like, I don't know if stereotyping is really kind of something that happens between store to store, but by golly, that place
Stereotypes
looked like,
exist for a reason, Johnny, and you know it. Come on.
that thing looked like
Exactly.
a Gibson's. Like,
Hi, Keith.
how's it going, Keeper Dan? Yeah, it was. Oh dear God! Like, I was expecting dollar store, and I was not disappointed.
Go on.
No, it just the floor looked all ratty. It's just very dimly lit. It's like trying to pull a ghetto Albertsons or something. Like, it's just not what I was expecting. But I've never actually been in a Family General until recently. Or Family Dollar or whatever it's called. Is that what it's called? Family Dollar? Yeah, Family Dollar. Hammer's been trying to help me in getting the factory reset done on my old computer, and that has not gone as smoothly as I would hope. Hey, Kashal, how's it going? And how's it going, Pear? I did find out that I do actually have a rewritable disk drive on that computer. So I'm going to try and reload Windows from an ISO rather than from a thumb drive. And hopefully that will allow me to reboot the computer.
I don't know what any of that meant, but good luck.
I'm still voting for magnets.
Good old magnets.
How do they work?
You know, I was a little upset that came up as a GIF before Breaking Bad. When I typed in magnets, I was like, really? This is the number one.
I don't know the reference of the ICP reference, but yeah, I mean, I only know of the Breaking Bad one. Yeah, I wasn't sure about. I'm not big on. I'm not a juggalo, so.
No. I remember seeing like kids in school like yeah that listen to ICP like it's like a almost like a carbon copy wardrobe. Didn't matter, boy or girl, you know.
Yeah.
Like you all have a fucking uniform and it looks ridiculous.
I remember, and I guess this is the best part about being a Montanan, because we are out of touch, to say the least. And yeah, someone came up to me, juggalo face paint on, and he's all like in my face about something. I'm just like, okay, I have no idea what this is all about, but you do you, man. Like, he's like quoting lyrics and shit, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
See, Johnny's nice to me. I just like I give zero fucks about what you're talking about. Go away now. You know.
Camel's real nice because I just ignore them and walk on.
No, because then they just think you can't hear. They can't. You can't hear them.
And then they walk in front of you and just be like, acknowledge me. And I'm like, no. I don't want to. Like,
No is my favorite thing to tell people.
It does stand for numerous opportunities.
exactly. Let's see here. Yep, no word from Sanguine tonight, so not sure if he's going to be joining us.
Well, time will tell.
Hey, Broughton, since you're you got a free night, you want to jump on in?
Cool beans.
All right, I'll send you a link.
So, Johnny, have you checked out the holiday challenge for Phasmo yet?
I did, and I kind of understand what I'm supposed to do. So I'm taking it we're supposed to do Sunnywood first. Create a
you
water
gotta go to
gun,
a snowball gun.
snowball gun, and then go.
You gotta
around.
find 3 parts in different locations. 2 of them are upstairs, one's downstairs. And then once you get that, you gotta go back to the truck and leave. You know, it doesn't matter whether you finish it or not, or what difficulty or custom settings you have. You can even set it to like
Friendly ghost.
the ones where the ghost can't kill you. You can even set it to the ghost can't kill you, and then find it that way, and it'll work. And then once you've got the gun put together, you go to the other maps and you find and shoot all the snowmen with it, tiny little snowmen with it. And each of the maps have a different amount of snowmen.
Yeah, I know that.
The most is 55.
I know that
Go back to sleep.
the first level Tankwood has at least 3 or 4 that I found.
It tells you on the monitor how many there are to find. And then when you find them all, if you're not playing on a difficulty where the ghost will hunt or won't hunt, then once you find them all, it'll do a little cutscene kind of thing where it'll start a ghost hunt, and the ghost will, if it, I don't know if it's just after you find this and shoot the snowman, or if it's just for the holiday season, but the ghost will look like a snowman version of the ghost, like it'll have a snowman's head at least.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to try that.
Oh,
Yeah,
God damn it. And it's got the wrong audio still.
Well, hello there.
How's it going, Ron?
Okay, everything's just quiet.
Well, that's because you're not talking.
Well, I
Wait until he
wasn't.
gets it fixed, and then we just shh.
How you guys doing today?
Doing all right by yourself, man. Since you're not working out, since you're slacking off.
Hey, I did shoulders yesterday, so that means today's the off day and tomorrow's legs.
See, you missed
And
the
because-
perfect opportunity to ask me when the last time I lifted was.
Probably like several years ago. I mean, I think the last thing you did was the treadmill. Maybe the elliptical or a bike.
It was roughly a year ago. Yeah, actually, I started getting the vertigo like right in the beginning of the year. So,
Hey, Eddie.
but it has slacked off. I haven't had any problems with vertigo, and well, definitely since I left the last job. That may have had something to do with it. I don't know.
Maybe
Gabby
it's
has an eye twitch. Maybe I got vertigo working at that place.
Probably a mixture like the gas, all the other chemicals you were freaking huffing because of cleaning and whatnot.
Gas fumes, the mainlining energy drinks, and just dealing with fuckwits. Yeah, that's probably what it was.
sanitizing with cold water.
And no other chemicals.
um, but yeah. So like I said, I was told Johnny and Della earlier. It's like I'm looking at moving back into the house and seeing about working on fixing it. Johnny Cash style. Like one room, one project at a time.
Nice.
And
sometimes that's the way you got to do it.
yeah, so like when I'm not doing that, now that I've got a fairly regular schedule and not too burn out after work, I might see about going and hitting the gym, once, maybe twice a week ish in the near future.
I already know I need to do more cardio.
It's not going to be like oh, this is a New Year's resolution. No, I don't do resolutions or none of that shit. I'll start maybe like middle of February or something like that.
My New Year's resolution is to be the same asshole I was. Maybe more of an asshole sometimes.
I mean, that's not really a resolution. That's just self-improvement, man.
Isn't that what resolutions are really for?
Plausibly.
Allegedly.
And Sanguine is not going to be able to join us this week or next. He is with his family.
Ah. I would love to meet Papa Sanguine.
So because of that, I'm making a lovely dinner of frozen French bread Red Baron pizza. Like my breakfast was better than that, considering the fact, one, I don't make breakfast food, but it was chicken breasts that had salt, pepper, garlic, and then were air fried, and then I did some green beans with that. So that was my healthier one.
So we're gonna do the inverse of food porn, which is like Skinamax.
Well, I mean,
Skinamax.
No, we're gonna do like Hungry Man reviews since Sanguine's not here. Balance it out.
Oh, dude, we had our holiday fucking meal at my work today, and holy shit, yeah, we got prime rib. I'm like, why'd I ever get a second piece? That shit was way too fucking well done. How you fuck up prime rib?
Yeah, we're doing our Christmas thing tomorrow, and it's gonna be they're bringing in barbecue, so looking forward to that.
Nice.
I bring home like a not a ton, but usually a box of leftovers every night.
Nice.
I have my munchies sorted out before I even leave work, man.
I mean, I start trying to take stuff from work and that whole thing. I'm just keep bringing spray paint home, or aerosol glass cleaner or something like that.
Maybe a nice red stapler.
No, I'm not in the offices. I mean, I could steal the 1 lead stapler, but I'm not that much of a dick because I actually like the dude. Oh, if you saw it on my Twitter, I didn't say what it was, but I was browsing on Amazon. I was like, oh, cool. This is a red dot I could use on one of my pistols that I was looking at. Bought it. Or, so it got sent to me. Got delivered last night. Get back from the gym. Open it up. It's the wrong red dot. Not only is it the wrong thing, it's got one of those nice little seals that says void if warranty. Or it's void if seal is broken. Void warranty. That fucker was off. I'm like, the fuck is this shit? Fun times. That's the second time in my entire time of being on Amazon that they've sent me the wrong fucking thing.
I haven't really bought a bunch of stuff off Amazon, and it's been forever since I've actually made a purchase. So I think maybe like the last thing I bought was like a book or something.
Hmm.
Couldn't tell you which one it was now. But no. I was I was killing a bit of time before Johnny got started. Rotten, you've seen Band of Brothers, yeah?
Actually, only bits and pieces.
Oh, oh. Well, shit. I got to figure out a way to be able to stream it. I got the whole like 10 episodes on DVD. Have to figure out some way to do like a watch party in Discord or something.
It's pretty simple. Do you have a DVD player on your computer?
I do.
Basically, you'll whatever viewer you're gonna watch it on, you'll go to share screen and make sure it's on that one. Not it's like that it's on that application, because then it will also share the audio of it. If you just share that monitor,
You think I haven't tried that one already, dude. Like that was first time out the gate, man. Yeah. It didn't recognize like the video player, like it wouldn't pull up the application at all.
Well, so I know I've had it before to where it's like I've done that, and because I had it sitting out for a while, and I'll have to click back over to that application, then click back over the VL or not VLC, but to Discord, and it'll have brought it back up. Like you don't have to close out of anything.
I think like my computer's just too old, you know.
Your computer has been diagnosed with the retard.
Well, I mean, I bought it as a refurb in like, was it 2015? Yeah, I think so, like 2015. So I mean, it's almost 10 years old that I've had. No telling how long it was floating around before it got refurbished.
Yeah.
So that is one of my goals for the upcoming years. You know, see about getting a new computer set up.
Yes.
What kind of treat does the hound got there, Della?
It's one of our Christmas themed bones. It says, "I've been a furry good dog."
Ah,
Yeah.
seems to be enjoying it.
Oh yeah. He woofed it down pretty fast.
See, I made the mistake of getting like the actual like bones for like a dog to gnaw on for like my Rottweiler,
Yeah.
and I was like, all right, this pretty good size, bone. Like, take him a while to gnaw on that and everything.
It did not.
Destroyed it in less than like a day.
Mm-hmm.
And like it was he had it in a room where like there was carpet. It wasn't like he was like hanging out in the kitchen on the tile.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got to find like bone shards with the, like
Your
the
foot.
bottoms of my feet for like a week after that.
Vacuuming that place like 3 times a day.
Oh yeah, man, just got the magnifying glass and tweezers out. Just hey Six, how's it going?
How's it going, Six?
Any big plans for you guys for Christmas?
Might do a stream. I don't know. I actually have Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. No, yeah, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day off,
Nice.
and I have New Year's Eve off.
Very nice.
Actually, it kind of sucks because the weekends I get a differential plus holiday pay.
Oh.
So
I unfortunately only get Christmas off.
Well, it could be worse. I get to work the night shift on the 22nd and 23rd, only to have the 24th off and be back in the morning on the 25th.
Now there are
Okay.
opportunities for me to go in like on the AM shift. Only problem is like some of those days are already days that I'm working, so it'd be like pulling a double, so being there from like 5 in the morning till 8 o'clock at night, and most of those days that are available are after my girlfriend she's going to Florida to visit her son and his wife for Christmas. So there'd be nobody there to take care of the dogs, and I can't be pulling a double like that. Got to go home and take care of the hounds.
Yeah.
Also, I have no interest in being up at like 4 o'clock. I'm usually going to sleep at 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't feel like being up at that time.
Fair.
Voluntarily.
Right.
Well, compulsorily. You know.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to the calendar when I was doing my vacation and whatnot, and I lucked out because the day after Christmas off, but I also have the Friday before Christmas weekend off. So I get a 5-day weekend.
Nice.
Yeah, the last gig I worked every holiday except for 4th of July. Work, like Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, all of it. And then I was done. I was tired of their shit by the 4th of July. I was like, you already got 2 other people there. Fuck this. I'm going home. Like, Happy Independence Day, motherfuckers. I'm out. I had an issue. Six was going to do a Jackbox stream the other night. He invited me to hang out, and I was playing some Heroes of the Storm, and I was getting lag and whatnot, and I'm like, all right, well, I'll just restart. Yeah, the shutting down and restarting took forever.
What, do you have a bunch of updates?
Well, I mean, Steam updates every time I start my computer. Every morning. So
Yeah.
or in evening time when I get home from work. Discord always kind of slow to start up. But yeah, I mean, I was sitting there just like my screen was just red, with the little spinny wheel.
Yeah.
I was like, had to just message Six from my phone. I was like, dude, I'm having some computer issues. I'll try to be there. And I think my hounds hear the sirens. I'll be right back.
I can hear.
Yeah,
I can hear the songs of his people.
Yeah, I had the fun of friggin' not having internet before I left for work. So like wake up to when that and they're like, yeah, it's like plausible internet outage from about 8 to noon. I left after 2. Still didn't have internet. I'm like, you motherfuckers, I better have internet by the time I get home. And thankfully I did. It's about to be all sorts of upset.
Yeah, it's always good to be connected.
Well, with where I live, I get okay cell reception, but not the greatest cell reception. So it's like, I can't listen to P-Dog. I can't do fuck all.
Yeah, I'm usually listening. Well, I'm more like reading along because I'll put it on subcaptions when if I'm working inventory where I'm not on the phones.
Yeah.
I'll just pull up P-Dog stream, like tweet it out, and turn on the captions and read while I'm supposed to be working. And I usually do that until my boss starts walking the floor, and I'm like, oh, I should probably duck out. Well,
Yeah, I've been kind of a naughty boy at work. I got a set of Bluetooth earmuffs I can use. But I totally don't. Because that would be wrong.
it's funny because like everyone around the office has earbuds
Mm-hmm.
that hide conveniently under the headphones that we have.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can hear your headphones. I can hear your earbuds over your headphones. So if I can hear it, that means someone else definitely can hear it.
Huh?
Oh, people listen to earbuds while they're.
I was responding as the person.
Oh.
Huh? What?
Because, yeah, I'll talk to the guy behind me. I'm like, do you understand this? And he's like, what? Like, oh, come on. Like,
Oh God, you just reminded me the other day when I was actually able to work not at the palletizer. I quite literally had a moment to where I responded with "huh," and then immediately gave the answer that I was supposed to. I was like, wow, that was like a weird computer lag moment.
yeah. Sometimes it just hits you.
Just trying to process information there, bud.
He said it turned into Six said his game stream turned into a nice hike stream.
Yep.
He invited. He's like, he sent me the link to hang out. I was like, I would, but
My computer's being a dickhead.
yeah. There was one time, like, I went to go shut down my computer, end of the night, going to bed, and it's like, you can, you can shut down, you can restart, you can, was it a update and restart or update and shut down? I was like, well, fuck, I got to update. I want to just shut down. Oh, okay, update and shut down. I wake up the next day. It still hasn't finished. It's still in the process of shutting down.
I've had those. I fucking hate it when that happens.
I had to wait, it's like my day off, and I had to wait like a half an hour for my computer to finish shutting down from the night before I could start it back up. Only to find out it's like, oh yeah, by the way, you still need to update. So like we're updating it now that you've restarted the computer. And it's going to sit on 35% for the next 2 hours.
I'm hoping that in resetting this computer, that
With magnets, yes.
Not magnets yet. I'm saving that for future, a future option.
I mean, just keep that in mind, chat. He added yet. We're slowly getting there.
Because if this
What
thing
he
doesn't
what he
work,
neglected to mention was how near that future probably is.
I may end up drop kicking this computer out the fucking window. But prior to that, I may use the magnets.
But now, we started asking Rotten about if he'd seen Band of Brothers. Apparently, like they like doing this show so much they have reunions.
Huh.
And so that's what I was watching before the show tonight. Was like they had like a little panel with some of the actors talking about preparing for and then shooting the show.
Yeah.
And I mean, bunch of big name people were in that show, and or people who went on to be bigger names, like what was his name? Neil. Shit, can't remember how to pronounce his last name, but he was in like Justified and a bunch of other stuff. Plays a good bad guy. But like, they had one guy, huh?
McDonough?
McDonough? Is that how you say it?
I don't know.
Perhaps, maybe.
Let's see here. Neil. Is there?
Yeah, I know how to pronounce that. The last name's giving me trouble, dude.
I'm going through the names. I'm just saying I'm looking for Neil.
Fucking spit out my smoke. I was in the middle of trying to light it, and as soon as I flicked the bic, I spit out my smoke from laughter. I mean, candle, YouTube.
I mean, don't
But-
you live in a place where they have recreational marijuana?
Yeah, I also have a place where they recommend suicide as a health practice.
But no, like one of the
Yeah,
one of the guys was talking about how like he was like the last one cast for the original Easy Company guys.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't go through their little boot camp that they did and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he just shows up on set. He's like, wearing like a Hawaiian shirt and flip flops, Southern California kid. And they get him all, set up with wardrobe and everything, and they go out to dinner later that night. Him and the other actors, and they're asking like, "Oh, so what do you do today?" And he tells me, "Oh, I got my wardrobe, and I shot my gun, and Neil McDonough, the one that plays Buck Compton, he says, "What did you just say?" And the guy's like, "I shot my gun." He's like, "Drop and give me 20." He's like, "We're like in a 5-star restaurant." And I'm like what? He's like, "Drop and give me 20." And he's like, Rob Livingston. He's like, he says he's like the quote normal guy there, which everyone else on the panel starts laughing, which means like, all right. So if this if he's considered normal, what are the rest of you fucking animals? But he's like, he's just sitting there across the table, and he finally just kind of like just slightly nods his head to one side. It's like, yeah, you got to do it. He's like, so I'm taking my jacket off, in this 5-star restaurant. The waiter's looking at me like I'm an idiot, and, it's like, I'm just looking back at him like, he's my lieutenant, drops and knocks out 20.
So that's where I'd have been more of a smart ass, because when I said drop to give me 20 and drop and give me 20, when he started taking off his jacket, like, I didn't tell you to take off your jacket.
Oh no, there's a different one. I can't remember the actor's name, but he was like a replacement character, replacement actor. And they had one scene where they were going like paddling a boat across a river, and him and a couple of their actors, and one of them who was on the panel, he's like, "Hey, Sergeant Martin wants you to shut up," because they were in character, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so this dude, he just mouths off being an actor. Like, tell Sergeant Martin I said shut the fuck up. The guy playing Sergeant Martin is sitting next to the other guy in the boat. He's just like, did you hear what? I can't remember the what Private so and so said. He's like, yeah, I did. Oh, what do you want to do about it? I need to think about it. He said, and it was like the most agonizing 10 minutes of my life, because the smile just fades from his face. He's like, and the other guy pipes was like, permission to throw so and so overboard. And the other guy's like, I need to think about it. Just deadpan. And so the guy's like, I wasn't worried about like going in the water. It was like having to explain to because I think they had like a Marine captain who had done their technical advising to get them like into shape, boot camp and everything whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And like, so can you just imagine like it's cold, this guy's wet, he's doggy paddling out of a river, and some Marine just comes up with a knife hand like out of nowhere, like. But yeah, apparently, 20 years later, they're still doing like conventions and everything. I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, depending on the show and everything, they can really be a bond for what they went through.
Well, I think the thing of it is like they actually got to talk to some of the survivors. You know, some of the guys that were still alive. You know, in when did they come out? The first episode aired like 2 days before 9/11.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
See, I know I was in. I got to meet a Korean War POW veteran.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude was super nice though. Yeah, since we were closer to Christmas when I went through ALS and that, we did a potluck in every ALS class since he shows up and would talk to people and whatnot. So they get an experience of actually getting to talk to a POW. They do some potluck type thing, and him and his wife are always invited. And I got complimented on making my scalloped potatoes, and I was still pissed because the person who was supposed to make a ham thing fucking didn't, and I could have put scallop or ham in the scalloped potatoes.
Ah.
The only real complaint about my scalloped potatoes was they were temperature-wise a little hot. I was like, yeah, I should have lowered the temperature a little earlier.
Yeah, my grandfather was in the Navy for Korea, and he's the reason why I never joined the Navy. Because like once I fully matured and everything, like everyone's like, yeah, you got kind of like the same build your grandfather has. Like, oh, there's no way in hell. Like I'm going in the Navy then. Like that's one of the few things I remember of my grandfather. He passed away when I was in grade school. And being a little kid, hugging him is like you could feel the dents in his shins from the knee knockers. It's like, oh man, I'm gonna have like shin splints and concussions. Like no, like
My grandfather was in World War One and then World War Two.
How old is your grandfather? Holy fuck!
Oh, he was born in 1903.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah, he got done with World War One, and then got home, and got in a fight with his wife, and then lied to get into World War Two because he didn't want to deal with it.
I mean, wait, hold on. He was born in 1903.
Yeah.
Didn't he kind of have to lie to get into World War One?
I don't know. He said World War One. I don't know. I thought that was a little bit earlier than I thought.
That war ended when he was 16.
It might have been a different one, but I'm still trying to think of which ones that he was in. I'd have to talk to my mom again about that.
I could see him like smacking a bitch up and like lying to get into World War One.
Well, he definitely lied to get into World War Two because he was too old. Considered too old.
Oh, speaking of World Wars and whatnot, it's a shame Sang was not here because he turned me on to the Fat Electrician channel, and he had a video about a guy. The inspiration for the Dirty Dozen was a Jake McNasty McNeese. Dude's a Choctaw, and he's from Oklahoma. I was so happy when I saw it. I was like, my people, hey!
Yeah, it seems a bit young for World War One. I know they wanted young ones, but probably not that young.
But yeah, I've been digging on that dude's channel. That guy is fucking hilarious.
What kind of content? I know you guys have talked about him before.
He's actually going. I think he's going to finish his degree in history. He's done some history ones. He's done one about like the Berlin airlift. He did one about Jake McNeese. He did one recently about a group of Polish mailmen in shit, I can't remember the name of the city. But like they fought against the Nazis, like the outbreak of World War II, the invasion of Poland. Trying to think. He did one about a bomber crew. They had like 19 50 cal machine guns mounted on this fucking bomber. But yeah, he just he's been doing a lot of like soldier history and whatnot. But he's put some spin on it where they're just oh man, he's got some great one-liners and whatnot. Like the last one I saw, I was talking about the Berlin airlift. The Soviets blockade Berlin, being in their territory after World War II. So they start flying in cargo planes of supplies and food and whatnot, and like the generals give Truman like three options. So like, well, we can start off, we can kick off World War III and roll in tanks in there to save our people. We can just leave West Berlin and let them join communism or starve, or we can try and fly cargo planes. And he said, I'm paraphrasing here, but Truman said, we don't, we're Americans. We don't start world wars. We finish them. And quote, we don't leave Berlin, period. But I just like that. It's like, we're Americans. We don't start world wars. We finish them. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Cannibalistic. He also got the tagline, it's not a war crime the first time. But yeah, between him and a habitual line crosser, those are like two of my favorite follows from this year. Have you heard of that one, Rotten?
No, I don't think I've heard of habitual line crosser.
He's a guy. I think he's in the Army Missile Defense, but he does a green screen. Like he'll it's just like eyes and mouth, like with the different countries on the map.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've seen his work then.
Yeah. He does those, and I love the. Anytime I see someone mention like the F-22 on YouTube, I go to the comments just to see if anybody says the words, "Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me." Like this dude has made me like root for the potential for World War III just so I can find out. It's like, how good is the Raptor? Let that dude off the chain finally. Come on, man. Oh, if only that movie ended that way.
Yeah, other than that, I really don't have much. There's nothing really that's there. It's
What I found kind of interesting, just out and about in the world. At least in my area, gas prices are going down.
yeah, we're just under $3 now.
Now, is that for the ethanol blend, or is that the straight gasoline? Because there's no way in hell I've got straight gasoline under $3.
I believe it's straight gasoline.
You got straight gas under $3? Oh, you lucky bastard! No, like the E10 blend is I think like $2.75, which means 100% gasoline is probably gonna be like pushing $4.
Yeah, we're at like 310. Every time we get down to like 299, 298, it jumps back up to like 329.
I remember when the lockdowns started, I had nowhere to go. Occasionally go pay bills or get some groceries. But for the first time that in my adult life, the first time I saw gas for like was it like 98 cents a gallon or something ridiculous. I was like, wait a second, like, is nobody driving that much? Really? Like, we're like, or maybe it was under $2. I don't remember. It was just, but still, I was like, wait a second, that's really cheap, and I've got nowhere to fucking go.
Yeah, it's because they know they're keeping it. They're loading it right now with the holiday season coming up, so people can go visit their families. They'll fucking jump back up pretty soon after that. Like, I live in a tourist area. Granted, that's more towards the summer for when it is, and they will do that shit purposely. Lower the gas prices, or when it's supposed to be like a tulip time in Holland, and then 3 days after tulip time is done, fucking gas shoots back up. Because they want the tourists to spend money and just not on gas as much.
Wait, you live in Holland?
Holland, Michigan.
Oh. I was gonna say, I was like, man, I thought you were an American. Nothing? Really? Okay.
I'm looking up.
I mean, the Dutch can be sneaky people. Like I didn't know that fucking Jamie Lannister was fucking Dutch.
Yeah, I'm looking up the Emerald City Comic Con entertainment guests. The only
Any good ones?
Jim Beaver, I believe I mentioned last time.
Yeah. I said I would stand in line for an hour just to hear that man call me an idiot.
Dante Bosco.
That one's not ringing any bells.
He is.
Wait, who was the one before Dante?
Jim Beaver.
Jim Beaver.
He's on the show The Boys, and he was Bobby Singer in Supernatural.
Okay. I was like, that's Bobby. I thought his actual name was Robert.
No. They're Bobby Singer, the character. That name was based off of one of the producers.
That was right.
Robert Singer. But no, the actor's name is Jim Beaver.
Yeah.
Dante Bosco was Rufio in Hook.
Has he done anything else?
He was in Avatar, the voice actor.
Yep. He played
wait.
if I remember correctly.
Error occurred. Please try again later.
He also, if I remember correctly, was in
you got to refresh.
Blood and Bone with Michael J. White. I think. I could be wrong.
Well, I mean, as soon as Johnny said, he was in Hook, I was like, okay, yeah, I know who that guy is, but it's like, I can't remember seeing him in anything else besides that movie.
Yeah, that's pretty much been about it. Like, it's mostly like that and voice actors.
Yeah.
I mean, good for him, dude. Like if that's paying the bills, and
Heck yeah.
Oh yeah, because voice actors they get like a fuck ton of gigs.
My favorite story of like actors is like the kid from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Dude's a farmer now. He doesn't fuck with movies. Like he made like that movie. I don't know if he did anything else after that. He's like, nah, man, fuck that. I'm gonna go like, raise dairy cows.
I don't fucking blame him.
Let's see.
No, not a bit. I mean, he could have fucked around and ended up like Corey Feldman. That dude still dresses like Michael Jackson.
And he does voice acting as well.
What, Corey Feldman?
Yep.
Yeah, man. I mean, he was Michelangelo in the Ninja Turtle movies.
Donatello.
Right? No wait, he was Donatello?
Yeah.
Yes. And then in the not most recent version, but the 2012 Nickelodeon CGI one, he didn't reprise his role in as any of those, but he did voice the character Slash.
The kid from Close Encounters of the Third Kind didn't see the movie until he was like 43. Wow.
So yeah, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is the only movie that this kid put out. Everything else is
Good for him.
soundtrack, which is essentially him singing "I Got a Golden Ticket,"
Yeah, yeah.
and then a couple of cameos for TV shows.
Yeah, like you know, like he's my favorite story of like child actors who just like got the fuck out of there, and then
One and done, fucked off.
yeah, like that dude just batted 1,000 and walked the fuck off. I mean, good on him, right?
Yeah.
My other favorite one is I can't remember the kid's name, but he played like the youngest son on Home Improvement. Dude runs like a coffee shop now.
Yeah, because he basically grew up on.
Yeah, he grew up on TV.
Like, I don't even think compared to the others, like he didn't do any other movies. Like he just did Home Improvement and then
Taryn Noah
fuck off.
Smith.
That's right.
Yeah, he's did some voice acting.
Because that's like the dude who played the eldest brother. The only other thing I think I've seen him do is I want to say he was in a small role in Tokyo Drift.
He's had a few
He's
roles,
done some
actually.
TV stuff, like like one shot, like episodes of like crime shows and whatnot. He was big.
Mhm.
I think he was on like he did some Disney movies around the same time as Home Improvement. But yeah, he's still acting.
Yeah.
The middle son, Jonathan Taylor Thomas, like that, he was like the king of the '90s child actors, and he dropped off the fucking map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was funny because my friend's little sister was one of those. She signed up for one of them fan club things, and she's like, well, I get letters from him regularly. I'm like, you realize that's not him, right? Like,
That's adorable.
not even close to being him. Like, and she would get so mad.
Does this really look like a 16-year-old boy's handwriting? I mean, come on. Come on.
This was printed out.
This is written by a 12-year-old
was
Vietnamese child. Like, there's no way in hell.
Like, why is his signature look like it was like, you know, like an inkjet printer, you know?
Why does his signature look like it was a rubber stamp?
But yeah, like those are two of my favorite stories of child actors like getting the fuck out of there. And then
like it was him and Devin Sawa. He was another one that he was.
Yeah. Which he's on Twitter. He's out there. Oh shit! I lost train of thought. Oh, I got it back now. Hey, Johnny, did you know that the Lawrence brothers have a podcast?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lawrence brothers.
Joey Lawrence,
Yeah.
Matthew Lawrence. Was it Andrew? Was it Andy?
Yes,
the youngest?
Andrew Lawrence.
Yeah.
Andrew Lawrence, yes.
So Joey Lawrence, you know, Blossom and
Oh Jesus! I haven't thought about them in a fucking decade. Like him in a fucking decade.
yeah. Matthew Lawrence. He was was he on Boy Meets World?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
he played
he was.
Jack,
Yeah, and
John's,
Mrs. Doubtfire is the one that I remember him from the most.
Yeah, he was in a couple things. And then Andrew did a lot of voice acting and stuff like that too.
Well, I mean, they also did like Disney movies together, like two, usually 2 or 3 of them all together in movies.
They also did that TV series Brotherly Love.
Yeah.
Yep.
I never got around to watching that.
I saw very little bit of it.
But yeah, apparently they got a podcast.
2 seasons long.
I caught a couple episodes. I caught one where Matt was talking about, you know, doing Mrs. Doubtfire with Robin Williams, and that's the reason why he never did any drugs.
he did.
No, it's actually kind of sad.
He was in Roe v. Wade. There's a movie based on Roe v. Wade.
Who?
Joey Lawrence.
Oh. He was also on not Hawaii. Yeah, Hawaii 5-0, the
Hawaii
remake
5-0, yeah.
with Scott Conn.
Well, did any of you
Autism.
guys watch Recess growing up?
I missed that one.
I did not have Nickelodeon
I
It was
or
on the
Disney or
Family
whatever.
Channel first.
used to watch it on PBS. I think it was.
Well, he did Andrew Lawrence did the voice of TJ.
Ah.
Let me put it this way. The first thing we had that didn't involve having to use rabbit ears where I grew up had one of those big, like 8-foot diameter fucking dishes, and we got 25 channels and access to like 8 of them.
Nice.
25 channels, only 8 of them work, and occasionally we get messages from 3 galaxies over.
Oh no, dude! If we got lucky, like they had the specific weekends and whatnot, so you get to watch a like whatever it was on their channel for like 20 minutes, and they'd have some fucking thing show up on the screen that would block out the audio, so you would have to hit last channel again, and so it'd bring you back to continue watching. Like we never got those free those
Fuck
free
you,
things
son
like
of
that
Max.
with
I'm gonna
the-
learn how to read lips.
oh no, the block that had all the text on it had a black backing as well, so it was white lettering, black backing, and it covered almost the entire screen.
Oh, that's
Like
nice.
they straight up did that type of shit, and it really wasn't Skin and Max as like since I was younger. It's just like if I wanted to watch, like we kind of had access to the Disney Channel that way occasionally. Like Playboy obviously never did that because for some odd reason we had the Playboy channel on there.
Yeah, some odd reason. Inexplicable, really.
No, that was just a part. Like that was a part of the package or whatever. So I don't fucking know. The thing we never had the Playboy channel. It was just
I
on there,
never
like,
asked
hey,
questions.
channel.
I just enjoyed the benefits.
Exactly.
Exactly. As one does.
As a man, you learn not to ask questions on everything. There are certain things when you realize that it could be a good thing, you just don't ask questions. You just shut up and go with it.
It's called an act of God.
Hey, Poppy, how's it going?
He's like, thank you, Jesus.
Let's see. John DiMaggio is also going. Hey, Poppy. Hey, Frosted.
I still think it's funny because he's the one who did Bender, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Family Guy, he only voiced 2 characters, Bender and Flexo. Everyone else
You
had
mean in Futurama?
Yeah, Futurama. Thank you.
Yeah, those characters aren't in that show.
I don't even know what the fuck I said.
Family Guy.
Family Guy. Yeah. Yeah, that's all he did.
Yeah, his
Everyone-
voice is well. He also did. I think. Didn't he also?
Didn't he also do like Bender's evil twin or something?
Flexo.
Yeah, Flexo
Oh.
is the good.
Flexo.
twin.
Debatable.
Yeah.
No, quite literally, when you go through the show, it's Flexo is a good person. Bender is obviously not.
What is
He
a
had
good
goatee.
person?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he had the evil goatee.
Exactly. The goatee doesn't lie, man.
But yeah, he did. I think he did a couple like just side characters, not really necessarily just those 2.
I just remember when they were doing one of the one things on there, and like for the main cast, they showed all the people that they voice act, and it's like John DiMaggio, these 2, everyone had like 6.
Really? I mean, Katie Seagal's voice is pretty distinct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised what some people can do with their actual voices.
Huh.
Bender, Sal, URL, Elzar. It was Elzar. Randy Munchnick. Inger.
Okay.
Additional voices.
That might have been just in one of the movies. I can't remember.
Possibly.
Yeah, oh, yeah, that's right. He's the restaurant chef. They base him off of Emeril Lagasse. You know, that dude had to change his little catchphrase because people were scaring the shit out of him on the streets and whatnot. And people were just walking away, bam, and you're like, gonna give this motherfucker a heart attack.
I did not consent to this.
Yeah, so he had to change his catchphrase. He's like, I think that's like, let's kick it up a notch. You know, he's like real all nice and quiet. And shit, you know.
Back when there was the huge
Like
craze
that-
of watching chefs on TV.
Now I asked you, gentlemen, like which would be scary to you? Like somebody walking behind you going bam, or like getting right up in your ear, ASMR style, like let's kick it up a notch.
I was just gonna say the exact same thing, but I was too busy laughing at it.
Because personally, the second one, that's gonna have me like going to brown trouser time right there.
Second one means someone might be getting shot.
I mean, let's kick it up a notch. That sounds like something I'd tell her in the bedroom.
Let's kick it up a notch. You're gonna move your legs out of the way instead of making me do it.
Let's kick it up a notch. Does this smell like ether to you?
Let's kick it up a notch. Drink this. All of it.
Yeah, see, like that's he's a prime example for me. It's like, you know, people ask that question like, would you rather be rich or famous? Like, I'm taking rich every time. Like,
Oh yeah.
rich and anonymous. You know, last thing I want is for somebody like run up to me on the street like yelling some stupid ass catchphrase or something.
You have that. Hey, aren't you that guy that was in that show? And he's like, nope, sorry.
You know what's funny to me? Who did I get compared to the other day? I had to go buy dog food, and you know, I refuse to use the self checkout at Walmart until Walmart starts paying me to run their equipment. So I'll stand in line. I'll have one item. I'll stand in line. I'll wait for the cashier, and I get up there. I had 2 bags of dog food, and I went ahead and got me a candy bar because like they had Hershey candy bars for 99 cents. I was like, all right, I'll take one. $1 candy bar, sweet.
Why not?
Was it in one piece?
Yes, it was.
That's a shock.
So, but I get up there, and the cashier offhandedly mentions to another cashier that every time she sees me, which I'm like, I don't come in here that fucking often. Like, every time she sees me, I remind her of apparently she thinks I look like Adam Driver.
What?
This bitch straight up told one of her coworkers I look like Kylo Ren. And I wanted to get mad and be like, bitch, I haven't even seen that movie. Who the fuck is that?
Adam Driver looks like a shaved Afghan. The dog, as it were.
But that's like the third different person I've been compared to these past couple of years. I had one customer at one of my previous jobs said that I look like James McAvoy. Like, okay. And the reason I found this out is because she asked me what my name was. Yeah, I don't look like that. I don't look anything like that.
That's being generous with the other pictures.
Damn.
Let's see.
But the other one, another Jim. I had a guy I went to high school with. He said I look like Jim Root. Does that name ring any bells for anybody?
Really?
Who the fuck is Jim Root?
He's one of
Oh,
the guitarists for Slipknot.
He's what?
He's one of the guitarists for Slipknot.
I only know what freaking God damn it.
Corey Taylor looks
Corey
like.
Taylor looks like, because I haven't seen any of the others without their masks.
I believe. that
Oh,
this
there's
is
been plenty of
the-
interviews. I mean, he was also one of the he was also like the lead guitarist for Stone Sour. Not that like no, yeah, that's the guy.
Hmm.
Never had my beard quite that long or stylized the stash. But yeah, I've been compared to like 3 different white guys in the past 3 years. And I mean, maybe I need to get my eyes checked, but I don't think I look like any of them. And they sure as shit don't look alike, when you compare them side by side.
Have you asked any of them if they are under the influence of drugs?
so your mixture of Jim Root, Adam Driver, and Hank Hill.
No. See, Hank Hill that's a voice aspect. That's completely different. Somebody else comparing me. But that one, I was told, is a blend of Hank Hill and Nicolas Cage. And I
That
still
could be worse.
don't know if I should be offended or not.
See, for one of mine, I got told while I was in the military by one of my coworkers. He goes, sometimes you kind of look like a fat Agent Smith from The Matrix with a mustache. And I'm like, you know what?
Wow.
That's Hugo Weaving. I'll fucking take it, bro.
I'm just gonna do some sit-ups.
That Hugo Weaving, so.
Maybe I'll reconsider the mustache. I don't know. I'll think about that later.
I was told I look like Ben Affleck. And I'm like, how much have you been drinking tonight?
And has it been by the handle?
Because there is no goddamn way that I look like 2000s Ben Affleck.
Poppy says that she loves the self-checkout, less people have to interact with. Yeah, I mean, ideally you would think so, but no, it never fails. Anytime I use the self-checkout, a little bell thingy goes off, or lights turn red. Somebody's got to come over there and fucking fix something.
You might be stealing something. This is what we have the camera seeing.
Oh, the last time was I bought some DVDs, right? They had the little bin by the electronics section, and they had some decent ones. Like I got a American Psycho. I didn't have that one on DVD.
I still have yet to watch that movie.
I thought you said decent.
Not a fan.
Not a fan.
I enjoyed it.
Like there's a couple of moments in there, but
I still
all in
use
all, I
lines
like the
from
movie.
that movie in my day-to-day life. Like if I want to end a conversation with somebody, like they're talking and I'm just tired of listening, I'll just look at them deadpan and say, I have to return some videotapes, and then I just walk away. Although it's getting to the point now where I'm going to start explaining to people what videotapes are before I can start using that anymore.
Sadly true.
You should fuck with them and like, I got to return some MP4s, and then just walk away. What? You have to return MP4s?
But
When
yeah,
did this start?
I got that. I got some other stuff, other DVDs out of their little bin, and I take them. And I did use the self-checkout because like fuck it, I'm in a hurry. That's a pretty long line. Old folks, got their carts piled over, right? All right, self-checkout, fine. Bing, little light goes off, and lady, some girl younger than me has got to come over there and check to make sure I'm old enough to buy these fucking DVDs.
See, with mine, it all depends. Like, for a lot of things, like, typically, if I'm getting booze, I don't even go to the self checkout. Maybe once in a while. Most of the time, I'm like, I'm just going to a thing that I can just have my ID out.
Well, I mean, it's so many times, right? You know, like all these different jobs I've had where I've had to ID people, and you know, like I get it. You know, most people are cool about it. And on the rare occasion I get ID'd for like my smokes, or you know, if I'm feeling a little spicy and want to get some alcohol, you know, I feel flattered, right? Like
Yeah.
I'm obviously middle aged. I understand you're doing your job. It still feels good. Here you go. But in this particular situation, I was like, fuck you. I was born in the last century. You weren't. Just let me get my goddamn DVDs.
Has Misha Collins been in anything other
Other than
than
Supernatural? I don't know.
Supernatural?
I don't know.
He's done a lot of more
He's in
minor
that
stuff.
Yeah, and he's also in that new
Frosted. What do you mean I look too young? I'm
Gotham
Adam Driver,
bullshit
damn it.
series.
That's like I
He's
tell.
also playing Harvey Dent in that new series or whatever the fuck that came out.
What, Gotham?
Yeah, Gotham Knights.
I say otherwise, he's done some
That
like
one.
just like
That
been a minor character or something in some TV shows.
Yeah.
Because like I know he was in an episode of like the first,
Oh god, that looks awful.
like somewhere between like season 3 and 6 of NCIS.
Oh, really?
What looks awful?
Gotham
You?
Knights.
Oh yeah.
It's funny to me seeing people from stuff like there's an actor, Theo Rossi. He was on Sons of Anarchy. He played Juice. And then he was also in the Netflix Luke Cage series, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
But every now and then, like I'll be watching something and he'll like just pop up in like a random episode or a movie or something.
He did an
Hey,
episode
it's
of
Juice.
Monk.
Yeah, right. Like he was a very small background character in a movie called The Informers. Which, speaking of American Psycho earlier, The Informers is also written by the same dude, Bret Easton Ellis. And if you, Johnny, if you didn't like American Psycho, The Informers is going to really suck. But yeah, he's just like some little background, like he's a musician, like with a coke addiction or something, like just like in the background, like, hey, I know that fucking guy.
You're doing which I still have yet to watch, Wolf on Wall Street, which I think it's from where you got the meme where you're just like,
Yeah, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, yeah.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen that movie either, but I know the meme. And then like he's like one episode of a CBS show called The Unit, which always makes Dax laugh whenever I bring it up.
suck my unit.
It never fails.
Never fails. But funnily enough, I was listening to a podcast and they had a retired Army guy who plays a Navy SEAL on TV named Tyler Gray, and he's like a technical advisor and an actor on that show SEAL Team. It's got the dude from Bones and Angel.
Oh yeah.
I would catch like one episode replays on a CBS when I was working at the truck stop, because like they would play an episode, I think Saturday night, like right at like 11. So like right when I was getting there. How do you say his last name?
Borneas.
One more time.
Borneas.
Bony ass, got it.
I was gonna say like I could have swore the pronunciation changed from.
So Borneas is the
Oh,
way.
Okay,
The way
boring ass, got it.
Borneas.
Oh, he's a born again Christian. Okay.
I'm just gonna keep calling him Agent Booth. How about that?
That
That
works.
seems easier.
You do you.
And yeah, and apparently the
David.
new season of Reacher is out on Prime.
My dad said that was pretty good. I still got to watch that.
We restarted because my wife doesn't remember it.
Oh, Reacher.
Yeah. So we restarted. We're on episode 2. She's like, "Okay, I kind of remember."
Okay, you should like set up a watch party for like you, me, and Mrs. Hellcat, and let me have the remote because she will never forget Reacher season 1 after I'm done.
Oh, my stepson.
My girlfriend now refuses to
tore.
watch anything that was made from a book that I've read with me. After that,
Well, what's really funny is because my stepson, because he was watching that, he's just like, "Nope, that's not how that would happen. Like, what's so funny?" And I get a kick out of it because it's just like, I mean, clearly it's very Hollywood made. Like,
well, what got me is like they unnecessarily changed stuff from the book,
yeah,
and it's like why did you change? You changed this, you changed that, you changed that, and like the girlfriend's like, I'm not gonna do this anymore. Like, we can't watch anything that you've read before we watch
Man,
it.
it's still gonna be better than the fucking Jack Reacher movie.
Oh yeah, leaps and bounds. First of all, Tom Cruise is 5'9".
Now, not to say that the movies were bad, but
They would have been much better if they would not have been called Jack Reacher.
yes,
Considering the fact one of my friends as well back from the military and those guys like, yeah, I've read those books. Tom Cruise does not fit that thing. Like, don't get me wrong,
Not even close.
the dude is in good shape, but he is not jacked enough to be Jack Reacher.
He's 5'9".
Yes, and I'm pretty sure he has maybe a bit broader shoulders than me.
I don't give a shit how much movie magic you throw on this fucking turd. There's no way you're turning him into 6'5".
Oh yeah. Because like my favorite thing from the first year, like, you know, who's a guy who could knock a girl out with like a single punch, like take her out, blah blah, and like
Wait.
point to
Who's
Tom.
a guy who could knock a girl out?
Yeah, because that's what they remember in the first one they killed.
I mean, I'll
the first
give
one
it
they
the old
killed that
college
one chick.
try.
Well, they had the whole thing to where it's like they hit her, then they like go through the whole thing to kill her to set him up for that whole thing, and they're like, that guy at this group, it's Tom Cruise. I'm like, come on.
But no, I'm actually kind of looking forward to the second season. They went with one of the later books in the series, but I would not have done it the way they're doing it. I would have started out with like the books in the series where he's still in the military. You know, made it to where it's actually like the time periods they're set in. So like like the 80s, the 90s, pre-internet, pre-cell phones.
Yeah.
Like the first book is like in the late 90s is when it's set. I think like 97, 98.
I don't know. I still got to read him at some point.
Show people going to the airport without having to take their fucking shoes off. Let us have that blast from the past. Come on.
but yeah, I think it's the first episode, he walks up. Oh no, it was one of the trailers we watched. He walks up to this car and like kicks the front of the car.
Oh yeah, the carjacking,
and the airbag goes off. And my stepson's like, no, just fucking no. Like,
oh, trust me, I feel
you can do that with a baseball bat. Like, why wouldn't a guy be able to? Like your stepson does know, like cars today are made out of plastic, right?
yeah, but I don't know. Can you actually?
They have all these like sensor things. But
I mean, you really have to rock a car for the airbag to go off, don't you?
I mean,
like you have to have some force behind it.
How old's your stepson?
22.
I mean, if he's willing to buckle up, we could conduct an experiment. I'll give his car a mule kick.
Because like the one that always gets me in movies and TV shows is they'll have a 1911 with the fucking hammer forward. They're like, he's gonna shoot you with it. And it's like, no, the fuck he ain't. I'm now wondering. It's a question. This guy's all of his decisions. I'm pretty sure he ain't even got one in the fucking chamber.
I find it funny, and I've noticed like there's been a couple shows that I've noticed since you mentioned it, where someone will rack a shotgun, and then before they fire again, they'll rack it again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute, didn't you already do that? Like,
Yep.
why did you do that again? Like,
Oh, I
You
saw
got to
like
get that sound in there.
I saw one video, or was it a podcast where I think they're talking to somebody, somebody with like a military background, and they're asking like what movies kind of get it right, or kind of get it wrong, and he pointed out Sicario.
I love that movie.
Did you catch the scene like when they're going like back at the border crossing, like they're going back into the States, the cars?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently Jeffrey Donovan's got like the slide back or something.
Oh, no, I wasn't paying attention to that one. I'll have to look into it.
Apparently this guy, like, it was like a split second, like he's got the gun up, like getting ready for the ambush, and he's like, it's just a split second, but like it takes me out of it because like that shouldn't be back like that.
now, I haven't seen the Sicario movies. I've seen the trailers though.
I've only seen the first one. I haven't got around to seeing the second one.
The second one's not bad. It's very different from the first one.
It's still got Benicio del Toro and Josh Brolin, right?
Yes, it doesn't have the chick from the first.
Okay, that's fine with me.
Now, what's the movie supposed to be about?
Well, in Spanish, Sicario means hitman.
Yeah. Pretty much in the first one, they're going after a drug cartel kingpin from Mexico. And, well, to not spoil
They've got Emily
too much
Blunt playing an FBI agent who, in the beginning of the movie, finds a stash house where they've got like a bunch of bodies like stashed in the walls of people they've killed, and I think a tunnel.
They were hostages. The whole thing, like for that one, started off. They were going in for a hostage rescue,
and they got booby trapped.
And they didn't find me until someone shot at her with a shotgun while she was falling to her right. So she shot him as she was falling, and they booby trapped the shed. And they went through everything of meeting up with him. Went into Mexico to get some guy who has information, so they could basically push the second in command of that to return back there as they went through a drug tunnel to get there, so they could steal a car. It's a weird fucking thing.
So it's one of those, I'll have to watch it.
Yeah.
You'd have to watch it, and Benicio del Toro is a badass in that movie.
Yes. Also, the dude from Walking Dead and also played the most recent Punisher.
Oh, John Barenthal. Yeah.
Yeah, as a not so good character.
Well, I mean, there's really not any good characters in the movie.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I was meaning to get around to watching that second one because I was like, hey man, if they got more of Benicio del Toro in that one, I'll watch that.
Yeah, the second one, like I said, it's a bit weirder in that whole thing because more of him is in Mexico for Benicio del Toro's character and the whatnot of it. I have to watch it again. But when I watched it, I couldn't understand half it because it was on my Japanese Netflix and they didn't have fucking English subtitles. So whenever it went to
Spanish with Japanese subtitles?
No, I turned the subtitles off for that. So when it got to that, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's being said because I don't speak Spanish. What the fuck? Like, I know he just cussed at the dude. I know that.
Pendejo.
Yeah.
No.
I will say this. One of my favorite parts of the movie is like after a whole thing happens and like Del Toro, they thought he was dead. Turns out he's actually alive. He kills like 3 cartel guys or whatnot. That's
why you always give him a security round.
They thought they did in the head, and it didn't kill him because they hit him in the wrong spot.
Does no one listen to Morgan Freeman? 2 in the head, they're dead.
Yeah. Double tap. But like as he's driving, you just see it's like he's just in the no fucks given, pissed off type thing, and these 2 fucking like lower cartel guys basically that are more like street walking thugs. Like they're like, yeah, we're gonna fucking get him. You just see him, he just grabs the fucking grenade, pulls the pin, and nonchalantly just tosses it through their open window. They're like, "Oh fuck!" Boom, and he just keeps fucking driving the SUV.
Oh, I was scrolling through shorts the other day on YouTube, and it's always kind of interesting to me how they. I want to figure out that algorithm because just why.
I'll be back.
But like they gave me a short for. You guys ever see the movie Secondhand Lions?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Della? Does that one ring any bells?
No, I haven't seen it.
And I guess I'll wait for Rotten to get back. I'll ask him. But yeah, if anybody in chat, if you guys have seen it, they're pushing shorts for that movie the other day, and they had the one scene at the dining counter, you know.
Yeah.
I wish we could get away with doing shit like that these days. Oh, Johnny, do you know how many 20-year-olds like I would just beat the crap out of if I could get away with it?
Oh, absolutely.
I feel cheated in life, Johnny. Like it wasn't until like I came of age that they decided like, no, we as a society, like no more violence. Like what? Exactly, Camel. You know, they're just dumb kids, Hub. Don't kill them. If you hear one old man's
Secondhand Lions, but I know of it because I want to say it's got Sir Michael Caine, another dude whose name I can't remember.
And
then it also
Robert
had-
Duvall.
Yeah,
It's
Robert Duvall, and then it also has I See Dead People, who is also the voice of Sora from Kingdom Hearts.
Haley Joel Osment and
Yes.
what was his name? Josh.
Skinny Haley Joel Osment. Let's
Yeah,
get clear
young,
there.
skinny Haley Joel Osment, not old, fat Haley Joel Osment. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that little fight scene when they're in the frickin'
Yeah.
diner / gas station / like convenience store or some shit.
Oh no! Like I just like if you see an old man tell another old man they're just dumb kids, don't kill them, and they're talking about you, you know you done fucked up.
Yeah.
But no, like I said, I work in a nursing home now. It's like so I've got a few veterans, that are coming in the dining room, and it's like we made one meal. I can't remember what it was we were making, but I spoke to one of the residents like on my smoke break, and I told her like, oh yeah, we're making this and that. And it's like and rice was one of the sides. Like, yeah, I don't eat rice. I was like, just is it like an allergy thing? He's like, no. I was like, okay, just preference. He's like, yeah. Like that sounds like there's a story there, dude. Why don't you eat rice? What's up? Come on, tell me. He's like, I was a Marine in Vietnam. I had that shipped to my armpits. I'm not fucking eating that. I was like, okay,
Fair enough.
Fair enough, sir.
There you go.
But yeah, he's just like real clipped about it, and I was like, okay, I gotta know what's up with the rice. Like, all of a sudden, Fortunate Son starts playing. Johnny's like, oh shit, okay.
You're just like, brother, I got to know.
Let me tell you. Da, da.
But yeah, I just go back in the kitchen. I was like, all right, go ahead and change that out for something else. They're like, why? I was like, you don't want to know.
He's got stories, man.
I was like, just trust me. Change that to something else.
So that's like, I never got to hear any of my grandfather on my mom's side of her stories. I got to hear a couple from my dad of when they got to talk and whatnot. And I still think my favorite is the reason why my grandfather wouldn't eat. Oh God, I can't remember what the fucking canned fruit was called or whatnot. But when he,
peaches, pears.
no, I can't remember what the fuck it was. And all I can remember is from what my dad told me was, since he was an enlisted, they basically stole an entire skid
Of that
Of
particular
that.
fruit.
of that particular canned item, and they pretty much ate it until they puked.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So like from that point on, he was like, "I am not eating that anymore."
I mean, yeah. I mean, how many people can you think of like? There's a reason why I don't drink Jose Cuervo. You know,
I don't eat rice. Not since the
the
incident.
incident.
The war.
I absolutely love rice.
I mean, it depends. You know, like what's being served. With I like me some rice and beans. You know, Spanish rice. Uh, what about you, Della? What kind of rice do you like?
Rice. I don't have to put a
Minute
lot of
rice.
effort
There
into
we go.
cooking.
All right.
Yeah.
Some microwavable rice
Look, it's
balls.
It's either the microwavable
I
rice
mean-
or it's going to go into my rice cooker. That's about all I do.
I mean, it's either microwavable rice or it's rice at a restaurant. I mean, as long as I don't have to spend more than a couple minutes cooking it, I'm good.
I mean, the rice cooker, I'm not technically cooking it. The only thing that sucks is the cleaning of it.
Yeah.
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 It was like, I can't say I don't like rice. I spent, like 3 years in Japan. I still miss my local ramen shop. I also miss the Family Mart and Lawson's and 7-Elevens they had there.
I live in a landlocked state, so I'm automatically suspicious of uncooked fish.
See, the funny thing is that was a lot of people that are like, I won't eat sushi because it's uncooked. And it's just like, okay, for one, you've probably then had to have at least heard of the California roll. And two, not all sushi in Japan isn't cooked.
No, I'm not saying like if I go to Japan, I'm not going to eat sushi. I'm more inclined to eat it there.
Yeah.
I'm saying I live in Oklahoma. I'm not eating uncooked fish in Oklahoma.
Well, you see,
I know where I live. All right,
Well,
I don't trust these.
you see,
fuckers.
Camel, they have these things called refrigerators. And good refrigeration that they can actually transport goods like that.
That involves trusting them.
I'm still skeptical.
So,
I'm just being a smart ass in that whole
I'm recalcitrant. How about that?
Like one of the fun ones for being in Japan was I was at this sushi go round, and quite literally they had like a little piece of ground ham, or I should say a little piece, but like a chicken nugget sized piece of ground cooked hamburger that they then put basically for a thing for sushi, because it was almost closer to like a Salisbury steak.
Oh yeah.
Pretty damn good actually.
yeah, whenever we go to the Japanese restaurant in town, I usually eat sushi, and I'm just like, "Hey, you guys want this?" And they're like, "No," and I'm like, "Sweet, all mine."
Bonus.
But it's funny because I'll order octopus, and I'll eat that, and they're just like, I don't know how you can do that.
I've done calamari. I think that's the same thing. I could be wrong.
No, that's squid.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's just a part of an
See,
octopus.
I'll never eat calamari or squid, octopus, none of that. You guys saw was it Japanese chick or Korean?
I
Whatever?
ain't eating anything live.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
If it's trying to take my eyeball, no.
You guys see that sociopath? Like that was. Ugh.
Like I didn't even take a bite out of the heart of the deer I killed.
I joke about like I like my
8 years
steak
ago.
so rare that it's still moving. This bitch actually did it.
And it almost ate her.
Yeah.
What's all this now?
Like your food should not be tickling your ear from your mouth, right?
No, this chick was eating a still moving squid.
Oh, not just that, dude. Like she like bunch of different like I think there was one, was it a crab or a lobster? Like she just lopped its fucking claw off, and it was just yeah, still moving.
Yeah, I've seen that as well. Of like, I don't remember where it was, but the dude, like, basically he's walking down a stream or this little like swampish type area. It was more like a really low part of the river, and he just had a thing of sauce. And he'd like pull them out, rinse them off in the water quick, dip in the sauce, and fucking take a bite out. I'm like, the fuck is wrong with you?
Okay, what the fuck? Did these people watch that one episode of The Boys where Homelander makes the Deep eat his octopus friend and saying, yes, Homelander, I will eat whatever you tell me to?
No, because I don't think everyone's seen The Boys.
I don't think I've gone that far, but
my analogies are very limited.
I'm surprised you didn't just go with, I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going.
Well,
I mean,
you presume too much.
Yeah, I haven't watched The Boys since season 2.
yeah, once we got through season 2, it was pretty much over.
Though I've got Prime, I still have yet to watch it.
Uh,
It ended at season 1.
I wouldn't waste any time watching it, to be honest with you. I am looking forward to watching Invincible season 2. I understand it's been coming out, and
Yep.
once it's finally like all out, I'll sit down and watch all of it.
Fair enough. It's interesting so far. I'll give you
I
that much.
appreciate them going back to like the one episode a week model. You gotta have something to talk about during the week and everything, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But right now I just don't have the time to carve out. I'll binge it all like on one of my days off or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was debating whether or not I would watch season 3 since they had Jensen Ackles in it.
Mhm. Well,
I just like for that show, from what I've seen, is like Jensen Ackles' character is supposed to be hated, and it's supposed to be a parody of like more people towards the right and everything.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like the inverse of Captain America,
yeah.
or a deconstruction of the Captain America archetype. And yeah, like everyone's like, actually, we like him.
Yeah.
Well, apparently season 4 is gonna have Rob Benedict and what's his name? Why does his name escape me? Played their dad, Negan.
Oh, Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yeah.
Yes. Fuck yeah. Apparently they're gonna be in the 4th season of The Boys now.
That one guy with the face and the hair.
Speaking of since we're kind of doing the crossover from Supernatural, the Archangel Gabriel is in Band of Brothers. Della,
Oh, okay.
the trickster. Yeah,
Yeah, Richard Speight Jr.
indeed. I couldn't remember how to pronounce his last name either.
You can eat a great big old bag.
Yep.
And he was a Joker in that show too.
Yep. I think I've seen a couple clips on YouTube or something like that.
Yeah. I saw clips floating around. I was like, you know what? I haven't watched that in a while. And then I saw that they had the box set at Walmart. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna pick it up. And yeah.
I haven't been to Walmart in a good long while.
Oh well, like I picked it up months and months ago, and then I finally got around to watching it. I think it's like, oh hey, Veterans Day's coming up. I'll watch Band of Brothers.
I go to Walmart maybe once to twice a year.
I mean, I go maybe once, twice a month, grocery shopping. But I shop for groceries like a dude, so like I know what I'm going in to get. I know where it's located. I go straight there. I get my shit, and I get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it's like I go
As it
to a place called Meyer here in Michigan, or it's like
Yes, I'm aware. It's
and that whole
it's
thing.
the fancy Walmart. Yeah.
It depending on which one you're in, it's a little bit fancier Walmart. Like I still go to the one on 8th Street, so it's a little bit more ghetto.
It ain't no Family Dollar.
Like otherwise,
No. See, this is actually better. This is a real store, Johnny.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'll go to Family Fair, which is like a chain of different stores.
No. I had something. Maybe it'll come back to me. Campbell says he goes to Walmart once to twice a week.
I mean, depending on where you live and everything, it's not terrible. It's just it's easier for me to go to Meijer, like if it's the weekend and I go after the gym.
You know what's really funny to me is like I still want Walmart to bring back the 24/7, and I don't even work overnights anymore. I just want it as a matter of principle.
I want a few more places to go back to it.
Well, I mean, like where I live, Walmart is the big place to go do your grocery shopping and whatnot. And it's like it never made any sense to me. It's like, all right, so we're gonna restrict the hours of operation, so more people are gonna be crammed in here in less time. It's 3 years later, asshole.
Yeah.
Like I want to be able to shop at 2 a.m. so that way I can avoid the majority of people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, I would fucking love it to be able to go to work, get out of work, go to the gym, get done with the gym, and then go to the grocery store. Oh my God.
Do you know how much shit you would buy if you did your grocery shopping after lifting?
Not much.
That sounds like a recipe for bad choices. Sir.
Not much more than I normally do because I've done that on the weekend. I typically only go there to get stuff I know I need. I don't peruse too much at the grocery store anymore. I'll peruse like once every month or so, maybe.
Oh, Campbell says they have 2 Walmarts, a Winco, 2 Safeways, and a Fred Meyer's.
Well, see, I'd have to drive down to South Haven or up to.
But you don't have a Piggly Wiggly, sir. Like that's an impressive list, but there's no Piggly Wiggly on there. What? Nobody else has a Piggly Wiggly, really?
Well, I'm not the region.
Ah,
Canada.
I don't have a Buc-ee's either.
I don't have a Buc-ee's either. I think that's a Texas thing.
A fucky is a bucky.
A Buc-ee's is like a
It's like a truck stop on steroids.
yeah, it's like basically a truck stop Walmart with a restaurant.
It's a truck stop on steroids. Yeah.
Yeah, that you could quite literally get a job working as the mascot there.
So let's see. There's
And make a good living.
Alabama.
Well, I think I saw one. I think it was like on 4chan, so it's probably. But they were making fun of like Europeans.
Missouri, Texas.
They're saying like the car wash manager at a Buc-ee's clears more than like a doctor in Europe yearly.
Yeah.
Kentucky. Missouri. That's the closest it gets to Montana.
Piggly Wiggly or
Buc-ee's.
Bucky's? Oh. Didn't even bother looking at the Piggly Wiggly map. I see how it is. Elitist.
Fine, I'll look at Piggly Wiggly.
Now it's too late, man. You ruined it.
Yeah, yeah.
Look, not gonna lie, I still miss kind of having a couple of the Circle Ks. I think we might have one somewhere around here, but I'm not 100%.
I miss having a come and go. The jokes literally wrote themselves.
I think we have one of those somewhere around here.
The closest Piggly Wiggly gets to us is Wisconsin.
Otherwise, typically, we have more Flying J's.
I think we got one of those like next county over.
And Frosted, I also remember Piggly Wiggly from the first Bill and Ted.
No, what I thought was interesting was have you guys ever seen or heard of the movie Leaves of Grass?
I don't believe so.
Yes.
Wait, who said yes?
Me.
Oh, okay. Is it because I recommended it to you, or?
Well, no, because you've mentioned it like almost every conversation we've had.
I feel like I'm being gaslit, right? I'm fairly confident that the one I bring up all the time is Justified. And I'll keep doing that until Gabby actually watches it because it's a damn good show. 6 seasons, great writing, great acting.
Oh no!
I've
Justified is also on the list, but Leaves the Grass is
there is.
there.
Did you know there is a sequel to Justified that Tim's in as well?
Yep.
I haven't watched it. It came out as a miniseries.
Yeah.
I think over the summer. It was a Primeval City or something like that.
Yeah, I can't remember what the fuck it's called.
It takes place in Detroit, if I'm not mistaken. No, the reason why I brought up Leaves of Grass is because it was written and directed by Tim Blake Nelson, actor from Tulsa. Stars Edward Norton playing twin brothers. One is like a Ivy League professor of like classics, so like like Roman and Greek philosophy and whatnot. And the other brother is, that's Tim Blake Nelson. Buster Scruggs. He played Delmer in Oh Brother Art Thou. Great actor.
If you don't recognize Tim Blake Nelson, we thought you was a toad.
Yeah. That was like a call and response for like me and my high school girlfriend. Like she was just like, "Do not seek the treasure." Yeah, he will always be Delmer Frosted. But yeah, he wrote and directed it, and it's actually based in my area of Oklahoma. They shot it in Louisiana, which kind of pissed me off. But the story is based in like southeastern Oklahoma, and it's around I think around Hugo, which they call Little Dixie.
Well, dude, that's like you got to think the first.
He even wrote in the fucking convenience stores, the Toad Pokes. I was like, oh my god, I love this man.
I was gonna say you got to think the first freaking oh god damn it, RoboCops were set in Detroit but filmed in Texas.
Which now they could just easily film them in Detroit. But yeah, I love that movie because I've walked into a Totopoke like they nailed it to a T. That is a good point that Ken makes there, Rotten.
Yep, and Keith had in there the Barbie saying like what was she made for, and the hashtag Ken enough. But she, for some odd reason, decided to retract from her comments. But okay, I don't know why. I was just finding random freaking memes I have and kind of just like slowly cycling through a few of them.
Yeah.
I don't know about you
I
guys.
haven't been on the meme hunt here lately. I get really bad cell reception at my job, so I just like downloaded some music off of YouTube to play while I'm at work. Like I can't even get phone calls. Like I got no cell reception. I told the girlfriend like if there's an emergency, just call the nurse's station. Don't even try to call or text me. I won't get it until like 20 minutes after I leave work.
Nice. But I don't know about you guys, but I'm starting to fade a bit. So
Yeah, a little bit.
we've been going over 2 hours. So
Yep.
do you have anything
Pretty
coming
late
up
for me, yeah.
there, Rotten?
I got an email a guy. I might be going on a Yankee Marshall stream to discuss some calibers and whatnot with him about how they might get popular, but no guarantee on that one. Otherwise, just Tears thing on Saturday, and then
Well, I mean, can you give us an inside track? Like, what's going to get popular? What can we buy before it gets expensive, Rotten?
oh no, this is taking something that came out during COVID and the way it would actually plausibly get popular and not just completely fall to the fucking wayside like it kind of has the 30 Super Carry.
I think I'm gonna see about reaching out to a buddy of mine who is a master blacksmith and see if I can get him on the show.
Nice.
Yeah, he was on 2 episodes of Forged in Fire
Nice.
and runner up on both
Oh,
of
nice.
them. Like, he's
Still,
still bitter about the handle. And
How
rightfully so.
much would he? I just want to know how much would he charge for a suit of armor?
Well, I don't think he makes armor.
Well, how else are we going to retake Constantinople?
Yet.
I always liked watching Forged in Fire whenever my folks had on and whatnot, because no matter what, the dudes never got pissed off at each other. Like there was never any of that drama. They're like, "Come on, you can get it."
Yeah.
See, that's why I like Fear Factor, because Joe Rogan was so high as fuck that he was cheering these people on when they're eating like fucking like horse testicles. You can do it! Come on!
Get in there, get a bite.
You only
Get another bite.
You only need to eat like 3 more bites of bull dick, and you win $50,000. Come on, you can do it.
You know, once the camera cut to commercial, he starts laughing, pointing and laughing at them. I can't believe you guys actually did that.
You poors! I can't believe you guys would eat that for $50,000. That's a pittance. A pittance.
Holy squares, make it circle. Tommy, tell me I don't have to
Sorry.
stay here.
Call me, please tell me I can leave the lookout if I want.
Call me, tell me I can
Bitch,
leave
don't
the
tell me
hotel.
what to do.
Bitch, don't tell me what to do.
Well, the joke's already over. But all right. Well, with that, the zoo is closed. Have a good night.
Oh,
everyone.
hey, Johnny.
What?
I'm sorry. I do have a legitimate question, but the annoyance in that what was just. Mwah.
You guys do this to me
Christ.
all the time. Drives me nuts.
Are we gonna do like a Christmas special? Like I'm actually off Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
Yeah. I don't see why not.
Okay.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna be doing a talking in the void on Christmas Eve.
Well, I was working Thanksgiving, so did you do a Thanksgiving extravaganza? I missed it.
I don't remember. I don't think so.
Okay. Well, we got Christmas. We can make up for it.
Yeah, haven't done an extravaganza in a while, so that would be. Yeah.
See,
nice to do.
you feeling a little remorseful at that. What now, ain't you?
The fuck no. All right, but with that, the zoo is closed.
Hold on one second. I got one more
No,
thing.
don't. No. You shut.
Hey, Johnny,
You shut
is it
too.
over yet?
Have a
You
good
ought
night,
to
everyone.
know. Good night, folks.
Yeah. Have a good night.
But before we go,